What's up, everybody? It's Bill Stebbins from BillStebbins.com and the simulcast. Tonight I am unboxing, I've already unboxed it. I'm going to show you a first look at the Amazon Kindle Fire. This was released yesterday, November the 14th. Actually, I guess it was delivered yesterday, the 14th. I just am now getting time to shoot the video. As you can imagine, I didn't want to wait to open it, so the box has already been opened. So this technically is me taking it out of the box, but not for the first time, which is good because then I'll be able to show you the device already set up. The setup process is pretty simple. Okay, so there's not much in the package really. They give you a card which basically tells you how to get to know your Kindle. They give you the Kindle, and then they give you a power cord. Not much to it really. That's all that's in the box, folks. Okay, but I'm sure you don't really care about the box so much. You want to see this. So let me go ahead and take it out of the package. I put it back in the plastic just so that it looked like, you know, maybe it was still brand new, which it kind of is. Alright, so let's give it a quick look at. There is nothing on the right side of the device. On the top, there are two speakers to make it stereo, which is kind of weird. I'll talk about that more in a second. The left side, there's nothing there. No volume rocker, anything like that. On the bottom, you have micro USB for charging, you have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and you have a power button. And that power button is in the absolute worst place if you hold your tab kind of like this, which is what I do. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire this thing up. I don't know if you can see, but you can actually see the dots on the home screen when it's not turned on or when it's dark. And I guess that's part of the digitizer, and it's a bit annoying. I guess that's just part of the screen technology. This is actually an IPS display. It's 1024 by 600. It's a very pretty screen. I have no problems at all with the screen. You may notice that this form factor looks familiar. That's because it looks just like a Kindle, the BlackBerry Playbook. It's a little bit different size-wise. It's a bit smaller, just by a fraction of an inch, I believe. Okay, so there we go. This is your slide to unlock screen. They actually list that as your slide to unlock screen in the documentation, so I don't know what Apple will think about that. Alright, so there we go. What you're presented with first is your bookshelf, basically, and you can scroll up or down, and these are supposed to look like bookshelves if you couldn't tell. They're gray though, they're not wood color. I guess that doesn't make it look so much like the iBook store. These are your apps and your pages. This part of this is running a skin over gingerbread. So this is running Android. If you're the hacking type, it's already been hacked, rooted. There is no ROM yet. Not a whole lot you can do with root for it just yet, but it's only been a day. So this is all of the apps that I've either side-loaded or downloaded from the Amazon App Store. This does not have any Google services, so you cannot load apps from the Android market, which is understandable, but kind of not so good. That chirping you hear is my Twitter. It's going crazy. Okay, so apps seem to scale just fine. We'll get on that in a minute. You have Newsstand. Newsstand is basically where you can go in and download magazines. Right now there are none in here because I've not had time to play with it very much, but you can get a feel for some of these, and yes, that is some lag when you're scrolling. So let's say, for instance, if I look at Maxim, I can go in, you can subscribe, it's $1.25 a month, or they want $6 for an issue. Well, I have that on Zenio, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, let's go back. Let's look at books. Alright, this is the only book I have. The dictionary, that's what comes with it. We haven't synced all our stuff over yet. Alright, I mean, it's fine. It's typical book reader type stuff. Go back here. Music. This is really slick. If you have a a Amazon Cloud Player account, their MP3 stuff, you can actually go in, when you sign in, all your stuff shows up here. So I don't have any music on my device, but I do have it all in the cloud, and I can pull that down. So that's really cool. And you'll notice that little scroll bar there. That's Android peeking through. Okay, you can do video if you have some video. This does come with Amazon Prime a month, and then you can stream actually videos from Amazon Prime, which is a nice feature, especially since this thing is limited to 8 gigabytes of total storage. You can purchase movies, and you can also get TV shows. Okay, you can also purchase TV shows if you wanted, so they've got some good stuff. They have The Walking Dead, Castle. So anyway, you can have some. The good thing here is that there is an ecosystem. If you've been using the Amazon ecosystem at all with your Android stuff, you're already familiar with it. This kind of brings the benefits of being a Prime member in as well, and I like that. Okay, there's also docs. So right now you can actually email docs to add them to your your document library. And you've got apps. So these are all the apps that are in the cloud for my Amazon account. And you'll notice some of these, like like say for instance the Quick Office Pro. That was the Amazon app of the day a few days ago, and so I grabbed that. It shows up here. You'll also see Log Me In. I sideloaded that, and there's an easy way to do that. You search for Easy Installer in the Amazon market, and then you install that. Then you can either email stuff to yourself, or there's other ways you can use it. You use it over USB, you plug it in, copy these files over, and then it'll see them. You can install them. I put Dropbox on here. That makes it easiest. Some don't work. The Netflix app works great. I'll show you that real quick. It's not pre-installed. I did have to sideload this. It's supposed to be installed at some point. Alright, and I have 2 kids, so that's why all this kid stuff is on here. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Pretty nice. Alright. And let's go back here. And then let's see, we've looked at apps. The web is using their Silk technology, which is their browser stuff. Say for instance I wanted to look at IMDb. You can basically go in there and do that. I noticed that the browser is somewhat laggy. The pinch to zoom isn't all that smooth. I'm not sure why. I've got Flash turned off or on demand, so it doesn't automatically, and this doesn't have any flash, but it's not real snappy. I mean, the rotation's pretty quick, and it's usable. It's just not slick like what I'm used to on like my Galaxy Tab or something like that. Okay, so that is pretty much it. One thing I'll show you on the interface, like I said before, there were no volume rocker or anything like that. All you have is that terribly placed power button down here. But there is up here options for volume. You can adjust the brightness. You can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. And there are a couple other settings in here. You can't do a lot of things you'd be used to in Android. You can't change out the keyboard currently. You can't set some of the advanced Wi-Fi settings. Wi-Fi turns off as soon as the screen goes off, and that's annoying. All in all, you know, it feels pretty nice. It's kind of heavy. Let me show you this thing compared to, I'm going to turn it off. All right, so like I said before, I'll leave it on because I want you to see the display compared to like the iPad. So here's the iPad 2. All right, there's the Kindle. So you can kind of see the size that you're dealing with. Dealing with the thickness as well. I mean, it's noticeably thicker than any of the other tablets I have here. Okay. And then here it is compared to the Galaxy Tab 10.1. Again, pretty tiny. You know, that makes it portable. It's not so comfortable to hold because it weighs about the same as my Galaxy Tab 10.1. So it's not the most comfortable thing for me to hold, at least at this point. I'm still trying to get used to it. And here's a shot of the side. You want to see how thick. I mean, that thing's about twice as thick as the Tab. Yeah, so not the most felt device ever. So anyway, that's a first look. Not really an unboxing, like I said. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will be glad to try and answer any questions for you. I may not be able to try specific apps and see if they load or not. General rule of thumb, if it's in the Android market, it may or may not. If it's in the Amazon market, it may or may not. They have a list, not a list, they have a separate set of apps that are working on this, and I don't know what the difference is. I know Sling Player won't load. I've tried side loading all the Google apps, they won't load. So anyway, $200 from Amazon. You can get it at your big box retailers as well. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I have several devices here, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses. When I brought this home last night, my wife was really, yeah, she had it all night last night. So I guess we'll see. Let me know. Thanks for watching.